Hello and welcome back to Scratch Your Farm Rules. So today is the start of the On the Model Farm series. So it's On the Model Farm Season 2, Episode 1. So before we get into it, this will be a slightly longer episode because there's a lot of explaining to do with the new storyline. So obviously we've got the new farm, which is a lot nicer. So before, with the old storyline, this guy here, Mike, he owned both the farm here and the contractor's yard. So some things have changed. So there's less characters on the farm itself. So there's still Mike, there's still Richard with the workshop, there's still Noah. Noah, who used to work at the contractors. The contractors, we sold the contracting yard and the business altogether when we moved farms. But the only one that stayed on for the new one here, Gary, is Connor, but he's about done with him. So basically Gary has no idea what he's doing. As you can see, he's got a bit of a posh car and the place is an absolute wreck. All the machines have got stuff wrong with them. He started dumping in this field here. We still own this field here. He smashed the gate out here, so he's got that one propped up and the old one up there. We still have this field here, but he bought that little paddock off of us. So yeah, he is eventually gonna go bankrupt and we'll buy this. Well, someone will buy this, probably Noah will buy the contracting business. So Noah and Jack had enough of him. Connor's got more patience than both of them. Noah went first. Noah being Noah had enough of him. Would have probably let his tyres down or trapped over his car with the machine, knowing Noah. But anyway, so obviously Jack, name, car, Land Rover, figure, everything. So Jack and Noah are up with the farm. They're doing work. So Lewis and Aaron, they are gone. They will be back in the summer, but they've got agricultural engineering apprenticeships, but they will be back for doing driving and stuff in the summer. But they will be back for doing driving and stuff in the summer when we need more people. But anyway, so a lot of the kit has changed. I explained that in the other big reveal video. There will be a lot more kit still to come. So one of the biggest new bits of kit is the Case Puma, and we have the Tedder, Gas Tedder, and yeah, so up at Sean's yard. Sean's business has been booming. He's going to get a bigger yard eventually, and he's bought a new machine. This is a Komatsu forwarder, so he's been doing a lot of extraction jobs on his own, and he's also bought our old Gator off of us, which he's doing up, and the rest of his kit's the same. So yeah, let's get into it. So to start off with, 2 videos a week because I want to spend a bit more time on the real life channel, because it's been doing extremely well without me putting any videos up. So it'd be nice to see that go further. So there'll be more videos out on the real life channel, which if you haven't subscribed to, there's the link on the channel page, so you can go and see that. And yeah, keep safe, have a happy new year, and I'll see you again soon. So to start off with, we've got Richard in the workshop. He's giving this digger with a service. So we've started taking machines again for services and stuff. So this is actually a hire company's. You might have seen it up at Sean's yard quite a bit before. So he's just giving it a service and doing a few bits to it. Obviously this is a new workshop and he's loving it. We have got this quad bike on demo, this Honda 500 quad, and then we still got our old one there. We might be swapping it. And with that quad we also got a sheep trailer on demo. So this is the old JCB that got stolen. It finally got recovered. It was found in a barn in Scotland, but we got it back down here now. The attachments are nowhere to be seen. It's a bit more damaged than it was. It doesn't run. It's really beaten up, so we've got the money from the insurance originally when it got stolen, but we've got it back, so we bought it quite cheap back because it was a good machine. So there's a lot of work that needs doing to it. It hasn't been moved in months. It's been sat like ever since we moved in. We got a King silage trailer, classic one, we got that now. The Primex tanker, so we will be doing a bit of tanking soon if we get some frosty mornings. So with the new cattle building, we've got Mike there. We don't have a scraper tractor, so we've got a scraper skid steer. He's just doing the morning scraping out. So the cattle have got silage from their feed barriers. And then over here we've got the silage bales. All the sheep will be lambing soon. So the kubota will come out and that will get set up with lambing pens soon. We've got the 6820 and we've got the Furton spreader. We've got the voucher on the topper. We did a bit late winter topping with it. Then over here we got Noah. He's just taking the shear grab off the Daichi because he wants to put the bucket on to because we're about to get a delivery of meal for the cows, so he wants to scoot that around. So he's just unplugging all of that. And then we've got all the machines in the shed. Quite a lot of the kit's the same. We've got a new bale wrapper coming soon, so that old one we're part exchanging it. And then there's a lot of kit we'd like to change throughout the year. We've got bale squeezers and everything down there. So we've been starting on the pit because we want to make some room in the pit when we get some more feed in, because we'll be getting a tiny bit of feed in. We're literally only getting a bucket full. They're going to give us a bucket without the lorry because they've got some old spare that we're going to give to them straight away. But we're going to make some room in the pit so we can get some in. But we've got loads of silage bales left, which is really good. And then we've got logs in the gateways. So obviously this is the new farm, and before we bought it, the guy put new gates, new post in, and he put logs in there. This is an old abandoned small holding. So the storyline behind this one is pretty much that there was this old guy that had it, and then it hasn't been touched for years and years. It was a logging yard, and it will go up for sale, and then someone will buy it eventually. But there's lots of old kit, it's falling apart. He did a lot of contracting, so he's got an old cat backhoe, an older style digger in the hedge, 4,000 or 5,000 and a few bits. And then we got this bank here, and then we've got the field going around. So this would be a big grazing field and hay. This would be hay and silage and a bit of sheep grazing. And then we got Jack's Land Rover coming down. So then we've got this field down here. We still got this one. We're a bit annoyed at the moment because obviously where this guy here, Gary, doesn't know what he's doing. He's been dumping stuff in here. So that's the rest of that building, which he can't afford to put up. The yard needs new gravel. There's lots that needs doing. Even like the simple things like the gate posts, he can't afford to do a new one at the moment. Connor's about done with him. He won't be with him for much longer. So you can see the hydraulic pipe is broken off the post driver, and obviously he can't afford to get it fixed. So he's thinking of just setting up the business because he can't be doing with it. Then over here there's Connor's Land Rover with the chainsaw on the front. And all the kit down here is pretty much the same. So he's thinking of auctioning off all the gear and then demoing the yard or just selling it, but he's not sure yet. He's got loads of cross concrete there. He didn't want to pay to get it disposed, so we just dumped it there. Lots of rubbish up there. All that hedgerow, we actually paid to have that taken out because we knew he was struggling, so we thought, oh, since we sold the business, we'd like to see it go well, so we gave him a bit of work to take that hedgerow out. Did a horrible job of it, so we won't be getting him to see the rest of it. We'll do that ourselves. We've got the pigs in this field at the moment. They'll be coming in the shed soon, ready for obviously piglets. So we've still got Ian on the main farm. He's not doing as much of this because he's doing quite a lot of shepherding for other people, but he's still doing the odd bit for us here and there. We've got the loader off the voucher. We didn't want the loader on the voucher, but it's the only one they had available at the time when we were looking, and it was no difference in price if we had the loader or not, which seemed a bit stupid, but it is how it is. We got a lot of the old gear, got the bale sled, the muck spreader, we got a few small straw left for the pigs, and then this field down here, so this hedge needs cutting back quite badly. But we wanted to change out a good bit of this gear throughout the year. Up at Sean's yard, he's just getting in his forwarder. He's going off to do a load of work. So he's the low loader's coming to pick the machine up, then he'll follow him down to the new site where he's got some work. The wood won't be coming to him. He sold a lot of it, but he's still doing a good bit of firewood. He's got plenty in the shed, and he's sold a lot recently. His business is doing amazing. He's even thinking of standing up the yard and getting a bigger one. So he's got a gator as well, our old gator. It's getting a bit battered, so he wants to refurbish it as just a nice buggy. He might even paint it up a different colour. He's got his dumper, which he's thinking of selling because he hasn't really used it. He's got the skid steer still going strong, and the log splitter, the pallet forks at the back, the processor and the case. But one thing he desperately wants to get is a little mini digger or some sort of digger. There's lots of jobs he could do with that. He's still got his trailers. He will be replacing this trailer very soon because it's a bit old enough and he can afford to do it with his business doing well. And then he's got a bit of wood there just stacked up for himself. And he's had a new fence put up here. The chickens, he's now got them at his house because he needs the room here. He put the fence up originally to have them running around in here, but he needs the space, so that won't be happening. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Any questions you have about this new storyline or anything, leave in the comments, or if you'd rather, contact me on Insta. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I would really like to get to 400 before the end of the year or just into next year. So with the channel, next year you'll probably be seeing this literally on New Year's Day. I think this one will be up, but there's going to be less videos. There will be 2 videos a week because